Hey guys, I'm gonna make this video pretty much short, but since one of my friends actually watched my videos, actually likes the Microbot and Magic universe, I'm actually going to tell a fun little fact or story. Okay, so for context, basically the Microbots and Magic universe takes place in an entire cinematic universe, in going on inside the stories I write. Basically, a majority, if not all of them, are actually connected. So yeah, did you know that during the events of Microbots and Magic, a war was actually going on? Now, if you recall or remember, Microbots and Magic is actually set in 2028. Now, around this futuristic time period that Microbots and Magic actually takes place, 4 years from now, as of 2024. But anyways, around this time period, there's basically a video game where you control physical IRL robotic characters, tiny robotic characters in real life using electronics. And the game basically provides you with plastic, metal, and wooden parts which from you could assemble all sorts of things. However, entire multiplayer games where there'll be multiple players where I'm referred to as servers, basically like Minecraft. And in it, in some cases, technology was looked down upon, if not outright banned, because apparently it gave an unfair advantage. However, there was this one server that promoted it. Now, apparently, this server was made up of Now, if I'm not, now if you remember, a player could control a physically existing bot through Bluetooth or any other means. However, these robots here were fully AI. However, they claim to be operated by magical hearts inside of their bodies. In reality, however, these were some form of quantum energy. However, where they got them is still up to debate. Apparently, the, an- the ancient sun god from Filipino mythology, and according to Christian mythology in the Philippines, it's actually most likely to be a type of angel or spiritual guardian sent down by Bashala, also known as God. Basically, gave it to them. He combined human technology with their quote unquote magic and used it to create some form of art of heart that powered these AI robots. Now these AI robots proceed to grow in multitude for some reason and form an independent server where they would promote the use of technology. At some point, they even invented a type of gun referred to as the talisman rifle. Basically, objects like they would get magical crystals which they believe to be magic and combine them with some form of religious talisman which for some reason caused a bizarre chemical reaction between them. After that, they would have a mechanism that would trigger a reaction between both sides and it would just shoot out in the barrel. Shoot out. Eventually, however, proper rifles were invented. The thing is, due to other servers losing popularity because this one actually promoted technological and scientific advancement, the other servers claimed that it was promoting unfairness due to the fact it promoted technology and therefore capitalism. As a result of this, they then declared war on it by having. Remember, this is a this all the assets here physically exist. So basically, this car, these players from these other servers physically place their avatars, their robotic avatars, onto the server of these onto the main server of these magic robots and declared war on them. They packed with them weapons, so they basically, however, due to the fact that they didn't really promote technological and scientific advancement, they brought more primitive weapons in contrast to all the weapons they had. The rifle was invented as a proper version of the talisman, and basically, it literally did this. It used something called jade powder, which was basically jade rocks believed to have a connection to God, according to many Filipinos, and basically shoved them down the barrel, like how we could do with a flintlock. You'd get something called a bullet, which was a metal ball wrapped in a type of herbs, which would then be which would be pre-wadded and then placed within the firearm. The jade powder would then be combined with a type of energy crystal, which would result in electricity and therefore chemical and gas like reactions, pushing the bullet out of it, and in the process bring its particles. They believe this showering of particles would encode the target in the quote unquote magic power of the jade powder and the herbs, which would basically kill it. They even created a handheld version of it as a pistol, during which existed around the same time period the talisman did. Now these servers actually made an attempt to put an end to the overall main server. So as a result, they did multiple methods. So there, despite this, the magic robots actually have are still killable, despite the fact they literally have magic powering their circuitry. So here are the three effective methods which eventually led to their downfall. The first one was the use of traditional weapons. Pretty much self-explanatory. If you're like someone from another server and you took part in the war against the main server, and you're just good enough with traditional weapons, you could actually score a kill or two. However, these were not very efficient. So now let me bring you to the second method, which is to Uno reverse card them. So, because talisman rifles were basically dumped after the invention of the proper rifle, the out the players from the other servers would just pick them up and would bring them to fights in the main server. Remember, this is a physically existing one. They would then proceed to fight them. However, because they used this was like basically the equivalent of an arquebus or a musket, they would try to use modern fighting techniques like sniping, shotgunning, which did not go so well because of the fact that not only did the blast and the energetic discharge of the crystals and the energy crystals give them off, they were also very inaccurate, which is why the main server or the people in the main server actually took the form of volleys and you see this, lines and formations to, were actually more prominent against the people from the other servers. Not to mention their technological difference because they use a more advanced rifle design. They also, at this point, both sides had developed a type of shotgun shortly after the other sides started to get hold of the modern rifle or the proper rifle. They're just really powerful. Now let me tell you all the